Now that you've built your profile, you also have the perfect tech stack for LinkedIn. Now it's time to start your engagement strategy. Now you're going to do this before building any free products, any paid products, before you do any sort of content. You're going to build your engagement strategy. This is pretty much the only way to grow when you first start on LinkedIn. The LinkedIn discovery is not that good. So if you ignore this step, it's going to be extremely hard to grow. So let me show you how I do this. So essentially what you're going to be needing is the Supergrow or the Google Sheet I'm about to share with you. If you don't want to go the Supergrow route, this is a paid tool. You can use the Google Sheet. So this is the Google Sheet here. I'm going to show you Supergrow first, and then I'm going to show you the Google Sheet, and you can decide which one you like. So first, I'd go over to Supergrow. Now, the engagement process is very simple on LinkedIn. You find people in your niche, and you engage with their content, and you essentially get views on those comments, which then lead people to go to your profile and then potentially follow you, check out your systems, your content, your paid, your free products, whatever it is. Comments lead to traction to your profile. That's it. So you want to make a list of around 20 to 50 creators who are in your niche, who are posting similar content that attract the audience that you also want to attract to your content. So for example, I've got this test list here, and on Supergrow, you'd essentially build a list. You'd go to contacts and you'd create a list of how many creators you want to engage with on a daily basis. This is my 20 right here. Then I go to post and I would press on publish today, and I'd press on fetch latest post. So what Supergrow is doing is taking these 20 creators, and it's going to fetch all of the posts from today that I can engage with. That's if I pressed publish today. Now I can go ahead and engage and create comments on all of these posts, and I'm going to do good comments. I'm not going to just type something like great post. I will type some actual thoughtful, valuable comment on these posts. And what it'll do is that their audiences will go to their content. They'll make their own comments. They'll check out the content, and they're going to see my comment on there. Most likely my comment's near the top as it got some traction. It's got decent amount of impressions. The people are going to click on my comment. They're going to be, wow, I like this comment. Like, this really resonated with me. They're going to click on my profile. Then they're going to see my profile. I have an optimized profile because we did that in the first step of this challenge. So you already have an optimized profile. So when they go to your profile, they're going to see, wow, I really like what this guy has. And I'm going to follow him. I'm going to check out his systems. And that's why commenting works so well. I do this for about an hour a day, 20 to 50 comments every single day, and make sure it's within your niche. If it's not within your niche, do not comment on those posts. The algorithm is going to think that some of these other creators that you're engaging with are not part of, or I guess are part of your niche. So it's going to recommend your content to the wrong niche, which means your content is not going to get any views from those people because they don't care about it, which is ultimately going to impact your reach long term. So don't do that. Make sure you're engaging with people that are in the right niche that also target a similar audience that you want to target. The other thing to note is if you are creating comments like this, make sure to do it every single day. The second you stop, it's going to impact your growth like crazy. So if you're going to take like a week break, I would recommend just like have it on your phone, have Supergrow or LinkedIn, whatever's on your phone, where you can then, like, let's say you're like cooking or you have like a few minutes break, make your comments. That's going to be 100% necessary. And moving on, I will show you guys the free method of doing this as well. And what you essentially want to do is the exact same thing I just showed you, but you do it in a Google Sheet, which the template is there. You add the creator name here, you add their profile link here, their follower count, and their posting time here, and then of course their niche. So every single morning, let's say people are posting at around 7 a.m. on average, you'd go in here and you'd click on their profile link, go to their recent post, and engage. Only problem with this is that you have to go to each profile and check, okay, did they post today? Did they post today? The reason why I like Supergrow is it's going to fetch the post automatically for me, so I don't really have to worry about it. And that's really the simple method. So if you don't want to pay for a tool, this is really good to start out. If you're just starting on LinkedIn, I'd recommend using this. If you already have a pretty profitable LinkedIn, you're just trying to get some better systems, definitely use this system. That'll help you long term. Like I said, do 20 to 50 every single day. Now, regarding our outreach system for connections, because you have the comments, now you can also do around 100 to 150 connections per week. Now I'm going to show you AimFox. So AimFox is the tool I use for outreach, and you can essentially create any campaign you want. So I'm going to go to my campaigns. AimFox does cost, but you can start a 7-day free trial if you want to test it out. Go to campaigns, and I'm essentially going to create a new campaign here. Now for outbound, you can essentially create by LinkedIn search. If you have a Sales Navigator account, you can use Sales Navigator to target the exact people you want to connect with, or you can even engage with people that engage with other posts. So for example, let's say Laura Acosta, for example, or like Justin Welsh, any of these guys, any of these big guys in the space. I'll go to Justin Welsh for now. Let's say he is your perfect example of what you want to be like. Let's say he targets the exact audience that you want to engage with your content. You're going to go to his recent post here. I'm going to copy this link URL. I'm going to go back to AimFox, and I'm going to use post engagers. I'm going to press on next, and I'm going to paste that link, create campaign. I'm going to paste that link of his post here. It's going to stripe his likes, his comments, his repost, and the total amount of people. There's 2,300 potential prospects in his post. Now I'm going to press on next. And what it's going to do is it's going to find ideal targets. So it's going to find people that have open profiles. If they have closed profiles, if you've already connected, it's going to remove those. If they're already locked in another campaign on AimFox, it's going to close those. If they're blacklisted on LinkedIn, it's going to close those. If they're out of your network, it's also going to close those. So it's going to find the perfect ideal audience that's also interacting with Justin Wells to then send connections for yourself. So it's going to do this for a little bit. Once it has all these people, you can then go, okay, I only want to target people in the United States, maybe Canada, some Europe, Australia, whatever it is. There are some countries that I just don't target because they're not part of my ICP. So you can then, once this is done loading, you can then arrange from languages, current companies, past companies, education, locations, and if they have premium or not. Once you've done that, you can press on next. And this is where you can actually create connection request flows. For me, I only send the connection request. I don't send automated DMs. So what I'll do is I'll just set this to view profile, then I'll send to connection request, and then I'll set the react to post is going to be off. Message sequence is going to be a little bit more complex. If you want to create a message sequence here, that'll be in my other videos. You can find that somewhere else. Not in this one though. But you can leave all this blank. You just press on next, and you'd press on start. Now this is going to send connections to all these people in your list. It's going to send 100 to 150 per week maximum based on what your LinkedIn account can do. And that's going to be the campaigns for outreach on post engagers. If you want to do something else, you can do LinkedIn search where you can actually search for specific people. So if I press on next, I can actually create it based on some keywords, locations, industries, schools, skills, whatever it is. This is more of a way to go way outside of your normal ICP, essentially. If you want to target people, let's say sales managers in Italy, tech CEOs in California, engineering people at Harvard graduates, any of these examples here are perfect examples for how you can use this LinkedIn search. But you essentially have your daily comments, 20 to 50 comments a day, to your ICP, to the exact niche that you're creating content in. Then you're also doing 100 to 150 connections per week in your niche. Do not forget in your niche, and make sure these people are active so they can also engage with your content. If you are connecting with people way outside your industry, way outside your niche, inactive people, you're going to build this massive list of connections, 1,000, 2,000, 10,000. If you have 10,000 connections and only 100 of them are active, this is going to destroy your reach. Your content is going to do horrible. I promise you that. So only connect with people that are active in your niche that are actually willing to engage with your content. They have to actually like your content, right? So that's going to be Supergrow or Google Sheets and AimFox. If you don't want to use AimFox, you can of course do this system manually. You can go to his post, like let's say Justin again, for example. You can go to his most recent comments and you can go down, look for first and second degree connections and just connect with these people. That's another alternative way. But if you want to do an automated system, AimFox is great. It's not that expensive and it's perfect. Like I said, there's a free trial. But if you still want, this is brand new, you still want the free system, go to like your top creators in your niche, go to their comment section, just engage with these people here. And that's going to be the ultimate engagement system for my LinkedIn. This system gets way more complex, but that's all I want to show you for this first 90-day challenge. The next step is to create your first free product on LinkedIn. I'm going to show you that in the next step here in the next video. So I'll see you in there soon.